Alright, we are live. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Today we're gonna be doing 6.55 main story for XIV. Now before we start, I should probably say, now if you've been here for like a long time, you probably already know, but just in case for the people who are new here, this is a game I usually stream on the secondary channel. Now this is one of my main games. Of course I'm not always playing it, but alongside Honkai Impact, Honkai Star Rail and everything, it's one of the games I play the most. I do go on break often because gladly the game doesn't really, it's not a gacha game or anything. It doesn't require you to actually play to get a character you want because it's gonna be gone or something. No, it's very chill. Unless you want to do salvage. I mean, that's besides the point. But yeah, we usually do this on the secondary channel except for main story, which is on this channel. Usually that's around once every 4 months. But Dawntrail's about to come out, which is a huge expansion. They release an expansion every 2 years. Which means alongside Dawntrail is going to be probably 20 plus hours of story. And yeah, so a big heads up. While usually we rarely stream this, we are going to be streaming this a lot later on this month. I think it's like the 29th of June. We'll likely be streaming this for a week. And yeah, so this is one of those days. In fact, this story though has been out for nearly 2 months, I think. It's a 6.55 main story, the last story quest storyline of Endwalker. And it's essentially like an introduction to how are we gonna get to Dawntrail, which is the new world, the continent Tural. So yeah, don't worry, we're not turning into an XIV channel. But yeah, just so you know. And also, I just figured the XIV glam looked really nice to the side. I am getting kind of tired of this, to be honest. I've had this glam for like 2 weeks. I really need to get a new glam for Dawntrail. Yeah, that is what we are gonna be doing today. Let's get started. I've been waiting for a while. I've been saving this for closer to the Dawntrail storyline on purpose, just so we don't have to wait as long. But I did want to get this finished before the launch trail came out, which we have a live letter on June 14th. So yeah, I better get that done in the next 2 weeks. Well, we're gonna do it today, anyways. But yeah, that was the plan. Also, I have quite a lot of stuff planned this week, for other games, not XIV. I mean, XIV too, but I'll just be doing it off stream. I want to do the relic for botanist, because that's the last one for the gatherers I need, except fishing. I still need to level that. Honestly, I don't like fishing as much as just average minor botanist stuff. But yeah, I do want to get the relics for the other 2 gatherers. I've got the minor one. Anyways, let's get started. Arshan has a message from Charlian. We saw it ended last time. We had someone from Tural, which is the person in the Endwalker, the Dawntrail trailer. They called us candidates, whatever that means. It might be related to that tournament in Tural. I forgot the details, but they explained a bit of lore in the live letters, and it might be related to that. And yeah, we're yet to see her, so let's get started. I know we get to see her this quest, so let's see. This is here with a message for you. The students of Baldesion request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I hope that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you have no pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldesion Annex at once. Oshika awaits your arrival. In the meantime, I shall continue showing us Daya the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there is so much and more for her to see. Do we get any Daya lines, please? We barely heard about her. I mean, we just saved her like at the end of last quest. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. No, I'm sure there's a... If I had to guess, the moment we finish the quest, Ashaya and Vritra are gonna be somewhere. Mao, how are you doing? Long time no see, yeah. I think it's been several months, hasn't it? How have you been? Also, let me lower the audio a bit. I feel like it's a bit too loud. I'm gonna lower it to... I feel like 70's alright. And lower the BGM a bit. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, let's go to Charlian. I should actually probably disable this quest for a bit. I don't like having my UI logged up, so let me disable this temporarily, because I don't need that showing up on my quest list. Alright, let's go. I could just use the return command. Hold up. That way it's free. How have you been, Mao, though? Hope you're doing well. Alright, Baldesian Annex. Are we gonna see her already? I never caught your streams. Oh, I see. I think you're in Brazil, right? So it's like 5 hours behind. I sometimes stream at night, but very often I stream in the morning, which for you it's probably a very inconvenient time. Because that's like what, like if I stream at like 6 or 7, I sometimes do it, especially in the days I have work, because I usually enter like midday, and I either do it when I arrive or like in the morning, and I honestly just prefer doing it in the morning. So sometimes I do that, and that's probably inconvenient for your time zone. A warm and hearty welcome to you, so I gather you received our message. Yes, we did. Please wait here while I fetch Tural and Graha. Alright. There's the person here. I mean, to be honest, she just arrived on the boat. Yeah, that was unlikely. She just arrived on the boat. She was looking for us, though. A candidate. Thank you for coming on such a short notice, and forgive us for sending you so soon after your trials in the void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. That is, I love when they do these optional lines, if you've completed the side stories. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Erenville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something that must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Silvo to meet. He also mentioned that we'd be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? Alright. Live when I receive the notifications is when I'm literally putting my phone aside to sleep. Ah, I see. Because usually it's, probably the morning ones, I'm thinking. I think you sleep quite late, right? So, I'm not sure exactly how many hours. I think it's around like 5 hours behind us. So, the days I stream in the morning, unless it's a Thursday and there's a new Honkai Impact chapter, but I mean, that's like every now and then. Because those usually is like 10 a.m. Usually, I'll stream at like 7 or so, very early in the morning, so I can have time to stream without worrying about having to prep for work. And those are usually around 6 to 7 a.m. I mean, it depends a lot, to be honest. If I wake up really early, I sometimes do it a lot earlier. It depends a lot, but yeah. So that was probably one of the times I stream. And on Wednesday, Thursday, I usually stream whenever I want, to be honest. But I do like either streaming in the morning or at night. So the night ones might be slightly more convenient, but the morning, like today it's 9 p.m. It's a night one, for me anyways. Or in the morning as well, so usually one of the two. I mean, I sometimes stream in the afternoon, but it's not that often. Alright, let's see what you have to say. Erenville's early return likely something to do with his visitor. Who could it be, I wonder? Well, I do know, I mean, I haven't met her, but it's just the one from the trailer. The Dawntrail trailer. Now then, where is Erenville? Just Erenville for now, so no, not the, I don't know her name, but not the visitor. I know her appearance, I don't know her name. Yet. I think they might have said it on the stream, but I might have forgotten. I normally catch your stream at 2 or 3 a.m. Yeah, that's usually the morning ones.
Apologies for
the
wait.
It's a lot earlier.
I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Commissioned items? Deliver?
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
There we go. Okay, but what about the commissioned items from Tural? Saturday 4 a.m. Yeah, it would be like 9 a.m. for me, I'm assuming. Yeah, because the morning ones would still be night for you, right? So let's say a new Honkai story comes out. If I do this chapters unreleased, if they do it on Thursdays, because sometimes they release it on Mondays and then I can't. But when they do it on Thursdays, unless I stream it later. I usually do it at like around like 10 a.m. That's when they release, which would be like what 4 or 5 for you. So it would be around that time, yeah.
You went to Tural. Then the person who you wish to introduce.
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Oh, there she is. Okay, go on. Where is she? I was about to say, she wasn't with you.
But it seems you've lost her.
I was about to say, like, it's just Erenville. Wait, is she, like, waiting in the bush or something?
Did she wander off?
Oh, no. It's gonna be a funny person, isn't it? Oh, there she is. Okay, I mean, I think you stayed behind a bit.
Sorry. It's just so different here.
It's gonna be a fun personality, yeah.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us.
Candidate, yeah, that's what we're being called here.
This is him. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
I know, 7, 8, 16.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no
It's 4
ordinary
hours
man.
behind then. Oh, hello there.
I'm Wuklamat, claimant to
Wuklamat,
the throne
okay.
of Tulihuela.
Might take a while to get used to the Tural names, but we'll get used to it. Wuklamat, I think I can pronounce that. Hopefully I'm not butchering the pronunciation. If I am, I'm sorry. Claimant to the throne. Interesting. So she's one of the... I think there was some sort of competition, right?
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation.
Governing nation.
The capital bears the same name.
So it's the capital, okay. I think it's the city, one of the cities that were kind of mentioned as the main hubs. It's Tural, and then it's Solution 9, which I'm really excited for, because it's like, first of all, the entire area looks like more like ancient, not really fully ancient, but like ancient, like Aztec civilizations, those kind of civilizations in the West. And then you have Solution 9 in the surrounding areas, which look futuristic, and you're like, what the heck happened here, right? And it's really interesting, honestly. What is that contrast? Also, they're in different parts of the continent, towards like a huge bridge, which, by the way, is a huge chasm until who knows where. We still have no answer about what the heck that is. Hopefully we'll get to find out in Dawntrail. So yeah, that's certainly interesting, but I don't think they know about Solution 9. Anyways, let's keep going.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
What's the
Given the
goal?
magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course,
She
of
forgot
course.
about it. Complete mix match. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there will be a reason for it, but yeah.
Soon, an event of great
Because
import
they're in
will be
different
held in
areas
Tural.
of
The
Tural.
right of succession.
The right of succession. Yeah, we heard about that from the streams. I forgot what it was called, but it was some sort of like competition, right, a ritual to decide the successor.
Taking the form of a contest.
Yeah,
It
competition
will
contest.
determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning.
And there was gonna be a clash of ideas between the scions. I'm wondering how that will go.
I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds.
To the edge of
Who flew to the edge of
Yes, we
existence,
did.
saved our star.
Jensinger. I really feel bad for Meteon,
She
though.
asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more
elegantly, damn, okay.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
she just asked like that. In fact, the first thing she said when she arrived was just like, yeah, I wanted to go to Tural. You okay with that? But yes, I want to. I don't know about the Warrior of Light, but we'll see.
Wait, let's all just...
I feel like you're
slow down.
missing a bit of information here.
Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but
Oh,
is
that
it
as
not
well.
the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume.
That we do know.
That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and
The
one
two-headed
blessed with two
Mamulsha,
heads
yeah.
besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously,
Ah.
but he raised me as his own. and that's what matters.
I see. I wonder what the story behind that is. Was she lost somewhere and I don't know his name, but the Mamuza found her?
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Final Fantasy lore is so fluid that I don't know anything here is nailed down aside from the crystals and the names of the summons. The crystals and the primals are like reused in a lot of games. No, they're not the same, but they share kind of similarities with the concepts. And that's what makes the Final Fantasy series. It's not the games that are connected, but rather the concepts that you'll see here and there. It's kind of like, imagine Tural, and you have Himeko, which is obviously, in some ways, even a reference to Honkai Impact Himiko's backstory, specifically the Alien Space manga, which she wanted to go to space. Of course, then she found out about what happened to her father, and she wanted to join Jigsaw. But let's imagine that, but the worlds were never connected. So like they were not connected at all. Completely separate things. Yet you'd have the Himeko concept, right? With things based on the original Himeko. That's kind of what makes the Final Fantasy series. Basically, they're not connected. But you have these concepts that are reused, and they share the same names and some similarities. Yet they're slightly different in different ways. Like Zeromus was based on a character from Final Fantasy IV called, well, Zeromus. But it was different in some ways as well. For example, Zero, I believe, was it Zero? No, it was Golbez that was controlled by Zero. I could be wrong, but I'm sorry if I'm butchering Final Fantasy IV lore. I haven't played it. I'm just saying what I heard from other players. I think Zero was controlled by Zeromus in FF4, while in FF14, while Zero summoned Zeromus from one of the shards of Zodiac, the Ether, that was stagnant there. So they're different in some different ways, but they share a lot of concepts that are similar.
Hardly. I know little about your land and nothing about your parentage.
Chill, I mean, I know you meant that friendly, but holy heck, you just accidentally pushed him as like a little friendly push.
But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself.
Damn,
I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met.
She certainly has a funny personality. The devs warned us that she'd have a strong personality, and they weren't joking. So that's what they meant.
If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me.
Alright.
Now, this is only a rumor.
What rumor?
But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast
Valigarmanda. Finally hear about it. We still don't know much about it though. Besides its appearance, it's a really cool dragon, but yeah. In the City of Gold, we heard from Emmett Selk. Final, where does that come from? I honestly have no idea. Maybe the first Final Fantasy games tell a story about that. I have no idea. Honestly, I had no idea. I only played Final Fantasy 14 and watched some Final Fantasy 16, but I haven't played the full game. I just watched some scenes here and there. There's a lot of some other games. Yeah.
Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
You haven't said much details about the Golden City and the Valigarmanda, but we heard about a Golden City before. Emmett Selk. Back in Ultima Thule. The edge of the universe.
So the tales have reached even these shores. I can't help but feel proud.
Honestly, not really. Emmett Selk just told us, you know, right there before he was gone, at the edge of the universe. Bro, I loved Ultima Thule story so much. I'm a space nerd, and just the fact that we were on the edge of the universe, that just makes me feel so hyped.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
If Emmett Selk said it, he must have been there, right? Oh, boy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just
Yeah,
because
that's
you
some
failed doesn't mean
backstory.
it doesn't exist.
Y'all have some backstory, don't you?
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Yeah, that was in the letter, I think.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
That was out of nowhere. Okay. What hunt exactly? Aaronville is just like, huh. Like the Xenos here, Xenoblade, Xenosaga, and Xenogears. I actually only heard about Xenoblade before. I haven't heard about the others. So they're actually a series too. Journey to Tural. So, where to for our hunts? The stronger the prey, the better. Good question. I honestly have no idea. That's the long and short of it. At the very least, I ask that you go on this hunt first and take your measure for yourself. The game is afoot. Chance to see not only Tural, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. Not certain what might be a suitable location for a hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Am. You went there not long ago and killed some unruly fauna, of course. Yes, we did. But according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they've been settled by some manner of predator. And so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. Wasn't the Isle of Ham the dungeon we went to? Are we going back there? But like as an instance? Isle isn't far. And we'll be able to help those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skill against some of the fiercest beasts in Tural. Whatever this creature is, that better put up a proper fight. Or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. I don't think that's how normal people get acquainted, but alright. It's like Xeno, I swear to God. I mean, to be honest, Xeno's his words. I was just talking about the way to get acquainted. It reminded me of that. Of course, they're very different. Xenos is a bit of a savage. If you know, you know. Before I can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies. Oh, I see how you're going, Kryle. Let's see some preparations. Break on add to the Isle. I'll join you as soon as possible. They aren't actually connected. They aren't even owned by the same company, but they're all made by the same guy. I see. So they share some similarities in concepts, maybe? Is it related to that green symbol? Is it gonna be related to Pictomancer? She received that in the letter as well. Like a green clover symbol. I guess we'll see. The rest of you are ready. Let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Alright, let's go. We can probably take the Ether right here. Ethernet, I mean. Alright, to the Scholar's Harbor. Right, wait, where are they? Oh, I went to the wrong pier. Hold up, I was supposed to go to the other one. The DLC of Xenoblade 3 uses a certain radio in the background, suggests Xeno's Saga and Xenoblade are in the same timeline. Ah, I see. In the DLC. Alright, there it is. And yeah, that's the dungeon I was talking about, the Ether font. Yeah, it's an instance. That's cool. Tural was acting a little strange, don't you think? This is just a simple hunt. I wonder what preparations she needs to make. You have the loan of a ship from one of the captains. A cheery fellow. I can operate the vessel, so we don't need to trouble him to take us. So, we have to take a ship? Huh, and I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause, a hunt. Come on, let's get going. For boarding the ship, several customs waiting seek. Yeah, I have time, don't worry about it. We're required to participate in the battle. Got it. Progression will save at certain points. Okay. The Ether Fund. Yeah, this is the Isle of Man. Didn't expect to come back here for a main story, I'm not gonna lie.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Tural.
The Tural, that's one of the areas we heard about.
Ooh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes
Hey,
like.
they're not so friendly if you get too close.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger.
Yeah, don't provoke them.
Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
Especially their children. They will get aggressive.
I know. I know. So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Yep.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing
Kona?
about this place.
Who's Koana?
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way.
Brother.
He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
Interesting.
The
Biological
great
brother
big
or
cavern
adopted
under
brother?
the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
Labyrinthos.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student.
in a city. Okay.
He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studium? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes?
Is he actually allowed to go outside?
But such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's
there's a lot
adopted
of
like
people
me, you see.
There are Mikotes in Sharlayan. I mean, Sharlayan has a lot of people in general.
One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor.
Oh, no.
It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Alright. I find it so interesting how lore fits so way, even the two games being more than a decade apart. Yeah, a lot of companies know how to do that really well. That's really cool.
The
when they do
researchers
that.
should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown
Let's see,
savage.
probably that one.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
She's actually loving this. what job is she? Can I check? Where are you? I think she has an axe, right? I think she's a warrior. Yeah, she's a warrior.
Look! Someone's in trouble.
A researcher.
Yeah! Taste my axe!
These animals are usually so docile.
Even sheep got aggressive. So glad we're gonna get enhanced gallows and what's the name of the other? Gibbet for Dawntrail. Thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are! Silva, the adventurer who saved our star! Who did our meeting was under better circumstances. Everyone knows this. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You find more of the same across the chasm, once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues can tell you more. So give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
Yes, we are. I mean, I think everyone knows us, to be honest.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Especially there were a lot of people to welcome us back with the Ragnarok. And I find so interesting, sorry, I already read that. Like in Xenosaga, humanity as a colonized space, but the Earth is lost and is the biggest mystery of the series. And is there something else connecting to that story?
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
She's very talkative.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
Those creatures in there? They are. Probably aggressive by now if we walk in, right? Seek my colleague here. The adventurer comes to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us.
I'll handle this.
Little is so excited about it.
Hold still.
Finished before I could get
Is
my
that
attack
all?
off. Impressive.
Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
Beast carcass. Oh, someone was here. Find ravaged beast remains, torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before.
Huh?
It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
She's so excited about this. Will be too common in any case. Tattered plumage. So a bird was defeated here. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
Probably the prey.
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted
Damn,
or
okay,
raw?
bro. You're already discussing that?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
Yeah. Oh, there's another one over there. Animal leavings. Eel. Placing a fresh, leaving a seal so you don't know. Whatever beast left them is likely still close
Still
by.
fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
If this belongs to the predator, then it's probably oh, never mind. Just average animals. At this point, it's not even worth using a trout.
Do you
Oh,
suppose
okay,
they're
never mind.
upset we disturbed their home?
I'm using a trout.
Who knows? But if they're spoiling for a fight, then they've got one.
Damn, bro. Okay. Kill them.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Research should let the researchers know first. Where are you going, Will Clement? You're gonna find the beast, aren't you? Yep, there she goes wandering off. If she sees it in the distance, she's there. Oh, okay. What is that?
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons.
I think that's the beast.
Worthy prey.
Oh, wait, that's not the beast. Never mind. Oh, that is big.
Ah! What is that thing?
It looks like a freaking parrot, but huge. Giant colibri, what? Bro, it's actually a colibri, which is a bird. Like, usually it's very small. Why is it giant? What the heck? It's repeating.
It speaks?
It's a colibri. It repeats stuff like parrots do. As far as I know, anyways. Yeah, well, that's the thing we're looking for. It's gone up.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Woklamat.
She's actually had fear in her eyes. Damn.
Right.
Following the same path we did when we came here for the first time. Oh, that thing is dead?
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier.
Sure.
It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Sure, yo, Clava, I believe that. In Xenoblade, we learned that two worlds we play on are actually Earth that has been split into two universes. This is what Earth is. Oh my god. That is crazy. So that's how the two are connected in a way.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
Yeah, I mean, startled and surprised. I guess they're the same.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Not planning on eating a giant colibri from who knows where, right? Why did it even become giant? Oh, bro, this thing is repeating that specific sentence. It's trying to mock her. Let's be real.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Damn, bro. Why is there a giant colibri? Where did this thing come from? Is it just ultra rare or what? I mean, to be honest, we've seen weird creatures before, but this is unexpected.
Talk all you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
Oh, damn. Okay, bro. We're already talking about eating a roasted giant bird from who knows where. You can repeat all you want. That's not your words. And that means you're not gonna have the last laugh here.
Shut up already, you blasted bird!
How about she's insulting the bird now? I swear to God, the words they choose to repeat are so funny, bro. It's like it's trying to insult back.
Look out!
I've never seen such an enormous collar.
Same. Honestly, yeah, same. That's what I was talking about.
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
Graha, need your help here. It's a bit too far, but it's okay. We survived. Oh no, wait. Are we gonna be okay?
I've got you.
Okay. Hey, thank you.
That was too close.
Steady now.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm gonna be hit. Okay, I'm fine, probably. Gotta heal up. Alright, thank you, Graha, for the heal.
Spread out, everyone!
Probably it looks like a toucan. It's probably based on a toucan, to be honest. They have their own names in FF14, but they're based on real animals. So that's likely what it is. Alright, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here quickly. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Gotta save everyone. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, we still have time. We can get some hits in. Oh, okay, that was just a move. I thought that was gonna be an attack for a second. Okay. Move here. Oh my god, I always get hit by that. I did not dodge in time for sure, yeah. At least Gra can heal me, so it's fine. We attack its wings.
That was hardly a tickle.
We can do this, so at least decrease some of the attack damage there. Now we'll see about hardly a tickle.
Try this.
Oh damn! One of the only wings is gone. Now it's just finishing it off.
We have you now, you loudmouth bastard!
Insulting the berm. Loudmouth bastard. The words it repeats, I swear to God. It's like it's doing it on purpose. Alright, duty complete. Bro, that was a big burp. Question is, why is it so big? Is it naturally big, coming from who knows where? Probably
and
far away.
Barely limbered up.
Which would make more sense if it's from some other land where they grew differently or something. Or did it get affected by someone who made it like this with some sort of ether magic or something? I think she's a bit afraid, huh? She was afraid of the bird.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected.
Yeah, sure. To be honest, she is powerful, but she sometimes gets a bit afraid of that huge beast. I mean, only when it's something major, but she still charges head on regardless.
You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Okay, question is, how did you think that helped us get to know us? I guess the way we fight. Colibris are hummingbirds, not chickens. Are colibris an actual? Oh, I didn't read the second line. Sorry. Are a type of hummingbirds. So they're an actual bird. I do know that some animals in FF14 have different names, like quite literally. You can see what they're based on, but they don't really exist. I didn't know colibris existed. I mean, there are some that share the same name. Let me look up. Yeah, colibris do look different here. So they actually do exist. The only thing they have in common is a huge beak. I guess it might just be a FF thing.
What a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
I hear wing flaps. It's back alive, isn't it? We didn't kill it. It was just wounded.
Dirty tricks! Dirty tricks!
Oh no, she's gonna get the jump scare.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have...
Oh no. Oh no. It looks weak though. You
Leave this to me.
Pick. Alright, there we go. That clover was something. Victimancer. Okay, there we go. What an entrance.
Kryl.
Alright, you better tell us that backstory beyond that clover that you found and how it relates to Victimancer. I'm curious.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
Because they're actually a type of woodpeckers. I guess with their huge beaks it makes sense, yeah.
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you.
So she was interested in joining us. But of course, she doesn't really know a lot about combat or anything, as far as we know.
In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
Don't worry about it, you're joining us too.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I mean, it was very weak, but that's still impressive to get it down, like truly down afterwards.
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
Was it that
You
symbol?
will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Hydaelyn. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again.
Yeah, she was always like in the back, usually providing support.
That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
Victimancer. That's gonna be one of the neat jobs in Dawntrail. Using magic to weave abilities.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, pictomancy.
Really want to learn the lore about this art.
As I
Archon
recall,
Realm.
you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style.
Oh. It's just... The way Graha can use... Oh. Okay. The way Graha can use 3 classes. He can use Paladin. He also can be a healer. And I think he can also be a DPS. Like, I forgot which one he was, but he also has like a DPS stylish role. And he uses that thing out of Crystal to kind of change between the roles. A versatility, so basically being able to have that all versatility in like what role to be, to effectively complement a certain someone. That's us. We know he admired us all the way back when we met him in A Realm Reborn, and he was inspired by us. I didn't think that would also be part of it. Okay.
What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Oh, welcome to the team. Better join us for a combat in Dawntrail too.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
A grandfather, right?
Yes, there is.
A letter.
This letter from Tural.
Which was a very old one.
It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name.
You, someone.
Galul, someone.
They knew their grandfather.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
Dawn Servant, is that the name of the ruler there? They called them Dawn Servants? Why Dawn, I wonder? I'm not talking about the Dawntrail name, that's obviously a reference to it, probably. But, is there like a meaning behind it? Falcons are not closely related to eagles and ox are actually... Wait, falcons are not closely related to eagles? I thought they were, honestly, because they look so similar in some ways. Yes, it's weird. I thought they were, honestly.
What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
I mean, Emselk did say it was. I don't think he would say something
Being a
if it
member
was
of
just
the
a
royal
rumor.
family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this.
So, could it have been another Dawn Servant from times past? Like a previous one, maybe?
Given how culturally diverse Tuliyollal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed.
Oh, so it was before that, maybe?
But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no?
Yes, we're communicating in English. I'm joking. I know that's for our simplicity's sake.
This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean.
Ah.
If father had written this, it would have been in Turali.
Turali. Wait, is that different from Tural? Oh,
And
Turali
what's
is the
more,
language, I'm
it bears a
assuming.
wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So it was someone else.
So the letter is fraudulent then?
Unless... is there someone else with the name Gulul, but then something else after it? Is that a family name? How does that work?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Oh, wait, he does have his father's signature, though.
I see.
So it could
Thank
be
you
something
for the
else then. Okay,
confirmation.
might be related
It
to his
seems
father.
my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tural. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow.
Damn.
I, for one, am
I
starving.
don't know if I want to hate that, honestly. I mean, it's just a bird, but, I don't know, man. It's like a giant toucan. I don't know if toucans are tasty. I don't know if I want to find out.
We're eating that.
I have the same concerns, Graha. Thank you. Thank you for being normal. I'm joking. Oh, no. Thanks to Uklama, we now know sent a letter to grandfather, among other things, but many questions still remain. I understand Corral's feelings all too well, the desire to do one's part. It can be daunting to try and keep up, but nothing will change unless we take the first step. Oh, what exciting hunt that was, and now it's time. Oh no, it's time to savor the reward. Falcons are closer to the parrots. When I learned that, I was so confused. Same, honestly, they don't look alike at all. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the colibri meat. Oh no. I don't know if I want to taste that. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here. In Charlie, the last stand. That's the restaurant here. I want to see what Dagon can cook up for us. Oh no. Colibri meat. I don't know if I want to try that. Pretty sure that is certainly not in the culinary book. Imagine we get that in Dawntrail as a reference. Colibri meat or something. It's okay, I was about to say no, the colibri pink. That's actually the dye color. Yeah, but no colibri meat there. I think we do have. Oh, I'm looking up in the gatherer log. My bad. That's the crafting log. Did we not have that? I'm sure we did. Am I mispronouncing it? I was mispronouncing it. Spaghetti carbonara. I love that so much. I'm an Italian food lover, honestly. Wait, do we have? I'm sorry, I just got distracted. Now I want to see if there's other Italian foods in here. There isn't. Please add spaghetti bolognese, okay? Please. We have pizzas, like for sure, right? Yeah. I'll be disappointed if we didn't. We got normal pizzas and Guardian pizzas. Anyways, let's keep going. Well, now there's the famished face I've ever seen. What can I get you, Silbo? I think I'll stay hungry, thank you. I wish. Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me, I have just the recipe. Okay, at least we're doing something tested, right? I hope. It's a new dish, oh no. I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear?
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
Oh no. Oh my god, bro. It's just devouring that already.
I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
I mean, to be honest, they're mostly talking about what's the name of that bread of oath, like Charlayan, Archon loaf, I think it's called, and it's like freaking disgusting bread with just like all the nutrition you could need, but it really tastes horribly or something.
What is this?
Oh no.
It smells spicy.
That's a bad sign, Aaronville.
Oh, come now.
Oh, never
Since when
mind.
did you
Okay.
become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Spicy food. Oh no. Oh, you're gonna regret that, aren't you? Yep. Oh no, that was way too spicy, huh? You okay? You're not gonna fall over?
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Ah. Ah. Wasn't that us? When a bunch of people... Ah. I think I remember that. Like, hold up. I think I remember that. Oh no.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Sharlayan.
Oh, it's that one. Yeah. Yeah, that... Good luck handling that. I sure hope you don't fall over. Like many other people did.
It's nothing. I can't handle.
She's already crying. We don't look like bird. I mean, to be honest, I mean the chicken thingy, as long as you don't see it properly, it doesn't look like a chicken, right? Oh no. Yeah, don't eat that spicy food anymore.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
Yeah, royal family eating like that.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
You know, I agree with you on that. I'm joking. Poor Aaronville. He doesn't mean it, but you know what? Fair. You can do whatever you want.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
It sounds like it, because earlier she made a remark about Aaronville when he was young. And Aaronville said he was going home. A trip back or something. Which means he's likely from the New World. At least he was born there. He might have not stayed there long. We have no idea.
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance.
Okay,
Nothing more.
Aaronville. Come on. You don't have to be like that. Bird have white meat. Yeah, I think chickens usually have that white meat, right? Yeah, maybe it's not a bird, to be honest. Honestly, I'm not too worried, but yeah. I didn't know all the birds were like that, to be honest, but, I mean, I don't really eat too much, like... Which one was the other... I don't know the name in English. It's usually, like, around dinner, around, Christmas. Either way, I don't eat it too much, but I know, like, it's a common thing here. And it's slightly darker than, I think, chickens. Then again... I don't really eat it that often. It's been years. So the type of meat that people usually eat at Christmas, I forgot. It's called borrega in Portuguese. I don't know what the name is in English. But yeah, either way, it's not too important.
I see.
But actually, no, that's
I
not
see.
bird. Ignore what I just said. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. I didn't think about that. But yeah, either way, it doesn't really matter.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
How long did you stay there, I wonder?
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Because, yeah, we Orwarians don't know a lot about that. Also, Turkey, yeah. I wasn't talking about Turkey, but, yeah, I didn't remember that. But, yeah, I rarely eat turkey. But I wasn't talking about Turkey, I was talking about something else. But there's also Turkey, yeah.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
Go on.
Since ancient times,
I want the lore.
peoples have called Tural home. And they've been fighting each other for nearly as long.
Guessing that's where the diverse people come from. But they eventually found a way to coexist.
The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago.
That wasn't too long ago,
when the
then.
reigning Dawn servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
The capital.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace.
But 80 years isn't that long in the grand scale of things. So that's interesting. That peace
But
might not
my
be
father
as
is getting
forever.
old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy.
Reigning Dawntrail. Oh. Oh. That's interesting. So what we're seeing is that her father was the one who unified all the different communities, and now he's looking for a successor. This means it's the first time this is happening, as far as I'm understanding this correctly. So that's gonna be interesting. It could also lead to trouble, because he was the one who kept everyone united. So the successor has to make a good job as well. Otherwise, things could go to get a bit problematic. Because, well, it's only 80 years that everyone's been at peace. And there's a lot of communities involved, so... I don't know how united they are. That remains to be seen, I guess, until we get there. But this could put a test to that. But I guess we'll see.
Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us
There are
cannot
4.
be allowed to rule.
One among us cannot be allowed. Wait, so there's 3 that rule. What?
A man who is too ambitious by half.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm sorry. I misunderstood, I'm pretty sure. There are 4 claimants to the throne, but while we have the right to participate, one of us cannot be allowed. It's not saying that one of them will not. It's saying that one of them is really messed up and we do not want them to win. I'm assuming this is what they're saying, because now he's saying this.
Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural.
Wait, what? Is this something to do with the Garlean Empire?
While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit.
Oh, no.
And would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us
He
back
wants
into war.
to go to war with the Eorzea and the Garlean Empire, which, well, it's no longer an empire because they're at the worst condition. In fact, they're the ones being helped now. They were the ones that were most hit by the final days. Things were already getting bad for them, but then the final days hit, and yeah, that was horrible. And now they want that.
I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be horrible if you won.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it.
Which means the others, including him, might try to get some people from outside. And those people could, well, if you try to get someone who probably wouldn't be exactly the best people. Let's just say that.
The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies.
Gonna be another Grand Colombian situation? I haven't heard about it. What's the... I'm assuming it's something to do with Colombia. What happened with the... what you mentioned as Grand Colombian situation?
That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well.
Oh, it did also save the planet.
And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
Alright, I think we shall.
You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you.
Oh no.
Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Sure. I mean, that bird was huge, to be honest. It doesn't look as huge on the table, though. What do they do with the rest of the meat? Judging by Wuklamat's reaction, it appears Tural cuisine is an excessively fury. Yeah, because he was definitely not prepared for that. Whether Wuklamat has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. If she wanted to be a ruler of a nation, I think she definitely has a lot of work to do with her personality as well. But she does have all the good intentions, though. That is one thing going for her. Now then, it's fast time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have a royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Now you can choose something. I'm probably just gonna go for the silver pieces, honestly. The Coming Dawn. Oh, we get something for it. What? Grati is molding. Is that gonna be a new outfit? Because sometimes they give us that. If it is, I think that's what we're gonna go to Dawntrail with. If it isn't, well, I guess we're not. I guess we'll see. Grati is mulling over what you have learned of Wuklamat and her plan. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wuklamat's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numenon is bound to have some information on the continent. So I want her to be better informed. Makes me feel sleepy. Quite right, not only would it help you make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you'll be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. To the library! We'll just walk there. Grand Columbia was a nation that existed. Wait, why did they add this emote thingy in the chat? It always just obstructs my vision and I can't see the chat. I'm sorry. I had to literally pick up my phone to see some of the messages. I honestly don't know why the YouTube added it. Grand Columbia was a nation that existed. It was composed by what is today Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Panama. It was created by Simon Bolivar. But when he died, the nation broke apart. I could honestly see that happening, yeah. Because he was the one, I'm assuming in that occasion, Simon Bolivar was the one that kept the nation together. You could kind of see if the ruler of Tural, which kept the nation together for 80 years, if he died, one or two things. Either someone is capable enough and brings the nation together, which is a hard task, but it's achievable, or the nation completely breaks apart and there starts being different conflicts between different groups, and then, yeah, things could get worse. How worse? No idea, but it could get pretty bad, or it could get just like mildly bad. So that could definitely be a certain situation that happens. I mean, I'm sure we will avert it in the end, but how hard is it gonna be? I guess we'll see. Origins of blue magic. Oh yeah, because they're from Tural, right? I forgot about that. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Walaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. We've had blue mage for so long, I forgot it was from the New World. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For interest, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the ceruleum deposit. Ceruleum in New World, okay. That wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon in brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally watched the master at the Walaki's art. Managed to master the Walaki's art to make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. Oh, so you named it. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless learned, is for the significance it holds to the Walaki, the Lapis Canyon from Ceruleum. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. I can show you, hold up. Do I have Blue Mage equipped though? I don't think I have. Hold up. One of my items are missing. Yeah, I might have some gear that isn't here. Okay, it wasn't as bad. At least we were missing a chest plate or something. Okay. I don't have targets around, so there's gotta be some move that I can use. Yeah, like this. So this is something that you've seen. I think it's some enemies in La Noche, right? That throw a bomb. I think it's goblins. You can do this. Bomb toss. You can also do like water cannon or final sting, which it's a move from a bee that kills you. Well, most of these can only be used on a certain target, so I can't really show you most of them. There's also self-destruct from those bombs, which I am sure you can guess what self-destruct does. It's the only way to kill yourself. Alright, let's go back though. And to prevent spamming it though, they did make you have a 9-minute debuff that you cannot kill yourself again. So yeah, you can't spam it, sadly. That'll be funny. Alright, back to the Numenon though. Oh, I guess we have to walk all the way again. Yeah, this is Blue Magic. You can copy animals and, well, other things, moves, essentially. There's a lot more, I just haven't unlocked most of them. Because you actually have to fight the enemy, have the enemy use the move, and then learn it. Which, for some of them, even have a chance. So, it's a whole other thing. It's like an entire system within it. It cannot level to the current level. So, it will always be 10 levels behind like your current like job level. Not only that, it cannot be used in usual roulettes. So, the only way you can do content with it is actually queuing up in Party Finder, finding some friends and doing it. Because it's a limited job. To be honest, if they allowed you like a level 80 to like a level 80 dungeon, it would be broken. People use that on Fates and it kills like entire waves of enemies very quickly. Which is of course why, first of all, it's 10 levels behind always. But also, they don't allow you to do that in normal dungeons and stuff. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous papoto. These they come from there? Come from more regularly, these crops and more that regularly grace the Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year of 1498 to the 6th Astral Era. Oh, I think I've heard about this lore from a certain lore creator. I think this is a new lore. It's just that it was kind of hidden elsewhere, but they're actually putting it in the main story now. When a Luminsan sailor named Kataram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the therefore unknown continent. Kataram spent several moons exploring the inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won, so I think that was an Eorzean person. He went along with permission to roam freely. Kataram would return to Tural several times. During his first expedition, he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Luminsa. The most notable of these was the papoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Kataram's expedition to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as a bin-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City, so the legend as well, reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Catarum's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish its chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Just like how tomatoes and potatoes come from the Americas. Bro, I had no idea they actually based it on real stuff then. I didn't know they came from the Americas. And in the 1500s as well, that's when usually the Europeans went and, well, colonized. That was not exactly a good time. So it came from that as well. I had no idea. That is pretty cool that they based it off that. Also, South American nations were bigger and break apart into smaller ones, with except of Brazil. I see. I haven't learned much about Southern American history. All I know is like the geography of it. Well, I forgot where the countries are, but like I knew like around where they're situated. But I haven't learned much about its history except for some parts of Brazil, because well, we study mostly Portuguese history in our schools, which is kind of disappointing, honestly. But yeah, they don't pay too much attention to like other countries unless they're involved, of course, with the history in Portugal. I guess that's probably the case for most countries, unfortunately, caring too much about themselves rather than the world. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, alpacas, okay. This four-legged beastskin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Wyver? I think that's like isn't that like no, I think no, that's the wyvern. Never mind, I was confusing it with something else. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. I think there's a mount with that thingy. I think it's one of like the very expensive like 50 gemstone maps mount. Which, by the way, that means 50, I think like 50,000 gemstones or something like that. It's a crazy amount. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the wyver, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand the horned brute's rampage. Valigarmanda, we heard about it. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiments of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Strange fact that South America is the most peaceful continent, as no wars had happened on it so since the 1800s. That is pretty nice, yeah. Other countries had more recent wars. Well, especially Europe. Swear to God, why do wars exist, bro? I really hate some of those people. It's honestly just sad that we still have wars today and this day and age, just because of some crazy people that don't know how to respect others. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents in Tural. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. The former, like the three great continents? Yeah. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and the difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by man, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Allegans, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east to Ilsebard. their movement will be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. And only then do they go south to Mericidia, which probably is based off Africa, but we don't really know. Geographically, at least, it's likely based on Africa. The Mericidia is still one of the continents that we haven't been to. I wonder when we'll go there, because it's been mentioned a lot. Like, more than the New World, Mericidia has been mentioned in the story several times. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tural waged wars with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from the frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamosha succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the art of Autarch's greatness. And it's also the reason why the successor needs to be worthy, because things could go south if the true leader dies and there's no good successor. My selection books relating to Tural, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Gratia will be eager to know what you have discovered. So you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. Okay. So this is where it is. Oh. Wait. Pretty sure there's lore here that we haven't heard. Hold up. The Law of the Heavens? There's one volume available which merits your search criteria. Retrieving source from archives. Alright, this is unrelated to the main story, but I gotta read this. Alright. Have you ever gazed at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak not of the shifting cloud patterns, but of the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us to be a finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. Well, say that to Ragnarok and us, to the very edge of the universe. There are few indeed who can explain in satisfactory detail why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It was the technologists of Alag who came to the closest understanding of the laws which govern the starry abyss. It was they who launched Dalamud and sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read of their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of studies waxed or waned? What if I were to tell you that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in the distant past? That their position continues to shift almost imperceptibly, but measurably as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart, and may indeed do so forever? Until the heat death of the universe, anyways. Are you eager to learn more? Fundamental questions to laws of the heavens. Okay. Alright, let's go, though. Scar the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. Well, there are a few books solely dedicated to the subject of Tural, and there's say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let's continue this outside. The mammoths did not take kindly to chatter. Yeah, not inside their library, I suppose. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tural within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? The Botos, I have a newfound appreciation for them. The legendary City of Gold. I was ready to take the tie with the tale of Catraman. Yeah, I also heard about it from Lore Creator. I don't know if I heard about the name, but it was about the Luminton Sailor. So, I don't know if that was in one of the lore books, because they have lore books, like they have 3 volumes so far. Or if it's somewhere in a side quest in the game, because, well, there's a lot of side quests. But I did hear about the tale of a Luminton Sailor, which sounded very similar to what we just read in the book. So I'm pretty sure this is actually just old lore, but they're making it more available in a way. Ah yes, the renowned Luminton explorer who traversed the Indigo Deep and discovered the unknown west. on these accomplishments didn't end there. He traveled to Tural extensively and even forged a friendship with a Dawn servant. If we were able to meet Katamram, what things could we could learn? Alas, all of that happened nigh 40 years ago, and he may no longer be allowed to tell the tales. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught of the fauna of Tural? Given your venturing back, and I expect the topic would interest you. Yes, we have. Alpacas, wyverns, and valigarmondas. Yeah, valigarmondas are... not valigarmondas, sorry, there's only one. I suddenly want to see it. And I think we are, because we saw an image of it in they teased it. It's probably going to be one of the trials. You're imagining pitting your skills against the fell beast. Oh, I sure am. Yeah, I'm telling you. First, I found scant details on your would-be prey. One star simply described as an enormous winged creature with scale hard to steel that rules the skies. I would like to see with my own eyes, presuming it even exists. Alize! I thought I heard familiar voices. And Alpino. Fancy running into two of you here. What are you doing here? I mean, you did leave Garlemald, but are you just chilling? I'll have some research of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Razatan, they will next look to foster a relationship with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints of history and how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. What of you two? What endeavor brings you here to this day? Speaking of foreign nations, we got something to tell you. I wonder if they'll come along. They might not, though. I'm not sure if they confirmed the group that will go along. I think the most recent war was the Acre War, where a part of Bolivia revolted and fight to become part of Brazil. Wait, am I reading that? Yes, that happened. Am I reading right? They tried to, like, I want to be a part of Brazil or something? So, like, instead of being like, you're becoming part of us, it's wanting to become part of them? It's not called a true war because no one recognized the country it was fighting. The Brazilian government was not supporting the revolt. I see. A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tural. I dare say this is precisely the kind of... Yeah, because you would learn more about the trade as well. And they have different peoples, so different tribes, different groups. We'd do well to read up on Tural ourselves. Context is, Silvo is the only one allowed to help Wuklamat. Not really, I mean, more can join as far as I know. There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Wuklamat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. Are you planning on coming along? I think I know how to make most of our respite. Follow me, Alfino. We have planning to do. Ah, y'all better be coming along. Alize, wait. Could seem our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. I think Alize wants to come along, to be honest. I don't know about Alfino, but I think Alize does want that. But Acre did become part of Brazil. I see. So I did become a part of it in the end. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Speak with Gratia again. The coming dawn. Yes, it is. Dawn incoming. As in like Dawntrail. I'm so excited for Dawntrail. It's gonna be my first expansion. I did start playing at the very end of Shadowbringers. but I was like extremely late Shadowbringers because by the time Endwalker released, I was still doing Stormblood main story, so I kind of experienced everything as a full game. So Dawntrail is gonna be like my first real expansion experience, where it's just like a huge update that's like brand new, without being part of like the full initial game I played. So I'm really excited for it, honestly. Well, those two are on the trailer to Dawntrail. Wait, I might have forgotten about that. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were. I'm sorry, I'm so dumb. Thank you. Yeah, they were, as well as Urianger, so they're definitely coming along. I completely forgot about that. Thank you for the reminder. Urianger, Tancred, Alfino, Alice. We had Graha, of course. I think we had. Did we have Y'shtola? I think we did. Wait, did. I gotta look at the trailer again, honestly. I haven't seen you in probably like a week or two. But yeah, they were in the trailer. Thanks for the reminder. I completely forgot about that. What are you thinking?
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Well, that's probably to be honest, because I mean, even the people of Eorzit, we don't know a lot about the New World. Like, there's definitely a lot more that we could know. Like, we know a lot more about, for example, Aldenard and Ilsabard, the continents to the east, than we know about at the other side of the sea in Tural. We just don't know everything. The Catgirl Mage was there too. Yeah, I think I remember Y'shtola. I wasn't sure, but thanks for the reminder. And we had Kryl, of course. Kryl is finally going to play a main role in the storyline. And she also has Pictomancy, so that's going to be cool.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
Oh, I am accepting 100%. Oh yeah, by the way, on the day of Dawntrail release, assuming it's not delayed, because I do have holidays when it starts, please don't delay the expansion, because that might screw my plans over. But assuming the expansion isn't delayed, on Dawntrail release day, I'm probably going to be streaming for a lot of hours. Directly on release time, I have no idea when that is. I think... Actually, I don't want to say hours, because they might be different from updates to expansion. Because usually they release updates, I think, like around 11 AM. My time, anyways. So that's like GMT plus 1, I think. But I don't know when expansions released in the past, so I can't really say a proper time. But yeah, assuming it's not at like 2 AM my time. Anything from beyond 6 AM, so I can have proper sleep. We will be doing it on release for probably several hours. Not just main story too. On the first day on stream, even though it's just on the main channel, I'll probably do main story, but I also want to try out Viper and maybe Pictomancer. Probably just Viper, to be honest. That's gonna be the first job I try. I'll try Pictomancer eventually, but might just be on the secondary channel later on, like day 2 or 3. I think I just want to pick up Viper first. I say no to a new adventure. Never say no, I was about to say. Still undecided to be another one, I get involved in politics. Heck yeah, we go with the first one.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not? Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
Hear, feel, think. Just saying.
It's enough to stir me to the core. Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Endwalker, then a new beginning.
Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora.
All right.
Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Is this about the gift that we saw in the quest rewards? Is there a new outfit, please? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to make my own glamour. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that great at looking up actually, I mean, to be honest, sometimes I just look up glamours. But at making glamours in general, I get really confused on trying to find stuff that fits, and sometimes it's just not perfect. Thancred! Oh, you are interested. I mean, you're in the trailer, so you're definitely interested. I see you overheard us. We'll be talking in Dawntrail, don't you worry. And about wanting to be part of Brazil, there is a similar situation happening today. A part of Peru on the border called Porto Esperanza. I don't think. Which language do they speak in Peru? That reminds me of Spanish, but I have no idea, honestly. The people there are wanting to be part of Brazil too. That is interesting. I don't remember, at least in recent times, seeing anything of like nations wanting to be a part of another. Like, that is extremely rare usually. Usually it's the other way around, and well, that's usually really horrible things like what's happening in Ukraine. I wish some wars just didn't exist. I freaking hate this. Sadly, they do. And the people don't deserve that, but yeah. But I hadn't heard about like parts of a country, like even just small places, wanting to be a part of another nation. Welcome back, Silo. If you're looking for Wuklamach, it's currently with the others in their chambers. If you like, I can go and fetch them for you. Alright. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. Alright, we are ready. In the middle of the jungle, there is no access to this place from Peru except by plane. Everything these people have, from documents to goods, comes from Brazil. Oh, I can see why they might want that then. Because I feel like because of like being from different countries, it might have a lot of complications to trade and stuff. I honestly don't understand that stuff too much, but at least you're in Europe. Like, if you want to do something outside your country, at least with the European Union, it's a lot simpler. But sometimes there's still some things you have to go through. Is that why they want to be part of Brazil? Alright. I'm waiting. There y'all are. Wait, where's Graha? I guess he hasn't arrived yet.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on.
Yeah, we're joining
Here.
you. I wish to boldly go to where I've never gone before. I never really want to turn down adventure. I'll do it. Let's go with the first one.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze
New
new trails in
trails.
Tural.
Get it? Trails. Dawntrail.
You're not planning to
Hey,
leave
there we
without us,
go.
are you?
Hey! Welcome aboard. And I'm sure Thancred will be coming along, right? I know you overheard us, Thancred.
Alpha no, Alize! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamach.
Yeah.
And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Alizé wanted to come like very badly. Well, Alpino was kind of confused on what she meant.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
Erenville, you told them that? Oh my god. Bro, that was funny in Endwalker. We needed to follow Erenville at the time, that was before we met, because we needed information from the Charlier, like the government essentially. And so to get information and follow it, we disguised ourselves as toads and followed them. But then we were at the side of the road and Erenville was looking at us. And we just kept pretending to be toads, like, hey, that's not how toads act. Because, well, he knows a lot about wildlife and stuff. It's like, uh-oh. And you realize right away. That was so funny.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
Honestly, credit to him.
First impressions last.
First impressions. It was the first impression, to be honest, for him, because that's the first time we met. Alizé is not amused.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alizé.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles.
Truly spoken like a member of the royal family.
So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors.
So you wish to
We
learn
believe
with
there
us.
is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
There we go.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you
You're
before,
coming along too.
indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths.
Damn, okay, is that dangerous?
I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
It was his dream as a child. From what we heard anyways. They feel like abandon my Peru and see how much better than Brazil is next to them are living. So in the middle of the jungle, Brazil has energy, water, and internet, and they don't even have electricity. Oh, damn. I can see why they think that way then. Hopefully they can have better conditions in the near future. Hopefully everything goes well without too many conflicts. Hey, you're coming along. What are you thinking, Cryle? Why are you sad? Of course you're coming along.
As I recall, Cryle,
Yeah.
you were the first to state your desire to
Come on.
visit Tural.
It's not too many people. Don't worry about it. Come along.
Perhaps I was.
Huh? Yeah, you are coming along. Firstly, you're in the
Still,
trailer, but secondly,
I
you're
can't
still
help
coming.
but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet
It'll be
again.
okay. I'm sure someone else will be here, right? Well, actually, who?
You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's
That
legacy.
too.
It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
Wait a second, but you're in the trailer, right? Wait, what do you mean, Graha? Is someone else gonna show up to help unexpectedly, and you'll be able to come with us?
But Raha,
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you?
But yeah, Cryle really
This is
wants
a
to
rare
come.
opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Oh,
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
All right.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
What is that? Is it gonna be an updated map? Because that's the map of Eorzea, but does not include Mericidia and the New World.
There.
It's an updated map. Yeah, it is, right? Yep.
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies.
With the Loporrits. They're on the moon, so of course they would be able to easily more easily make a map. Well, they literally have. You can look over at the Earth, right?
The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
There it is, and we have Mericidia on the map as well, I believe. Yeah. Eorzea, Aldenard, Ilsabard, Aldenard, Tural. We're only going to the southern part, I believe. There's a northern part too. I don't know if we're going there. And there's of course Mericidia, which is still enshrouded in fog. It's a small map though. I love how the small map was just put on top of the big one. I kind of wish they made it a bigger one eventually. But yeah, look to the west. It's looking a lot more like based on the map of the Earth. Of course, it's very different, but you can kind of see what it's based on in terms of continents. Oh, we got credits. All right. Ukraine wanted to be a part of Russia there. Even at an election. Yeah, but I heard there were a lot of Force stuff in there. Is that new art with Alfino? I think that's new art, yeah, Alize. At least I haven't seen this art. Cryo! Yeah, maybe this isn't new art though, because she doesn't have the Pictomancer weapon yet. So this is quite old stuff. Probably. I mean, it's not that old, I think. It just might not be as recent. I love this song. Footfalls. It's a mixture of different songs as well. Like, this is the Evansward. I think it's part of the Evansward song. But it's slightly different. It's in Dragon Tongue, but it has a different meaning. It's like fighting together rather than, well, against the dragons. Stola. Then it's gonna be Stormblood. Justinian, looking cool in his art. Beg, look! Oh, we haven't seen him in ages. Actually, I think we saw it recently. It's just that he doesn't appear in the story as much. Elidibus and Themis, Ephysos, Athena, Pandemonium. Yeah, Pandemonium had a voice act. Yurianza in style. Zima, Nalta, Nafika. 12. Tataru! Aliak. Himlane. Oshan. I really liked Oshan's story. Vana, or Heidelin, as most people currently know her after the Werewolf Hunter. Are we gonna get for the Ancients as well? We better get it. We better get Meteon art. Actually, put the Meteon art in here, please. I need Meteon art, please. I need new Meteon art. Xeno's looking stylish, not gonna lie. Please, I need Meteon art. I am begging. Meteon art, please. Don't end it there. Don't end it there. Don't end it there. We haven't had a Meteon art yet. Sad. At least we got a cool Vana art. Okay, it's not over yet, but they're switching to cutscenes now, so I guess no more Meteon art for us. At least we had a cool Endsinger art in the art book. Sorry, not the art book. The well, I forgot the name, but it's an encyclopedia. Well, it's the lore book, and it has a segment on Endsinger, and with it also has a new art. What is the rest of your character? Island or lowland Yor? It's a lowland Yor, yeah. It's a lowland Yor. Is it called Midland? I don't know if it's called lowland. I think it... I gotta check. I think... Is it Midland? I gotta check afterwards. But it is a Yor. And I know it's not a Highlander. It's the other one. I forgot if it's called lowland or Midland Yor. I think it's Midland. Yeah, it's a Midlander Yor. It's funny because most people like play the game and have like their unique races. Because you got the Mikote, you got the I was about to say Vera, the Viera. You got the well, basically you got like a lot of like fantasy, like very like the Aura, for example, with the horns here. And you got so many styles of characters, right? And then I'm just me, like a normal human-looking human, if that makes sense. A lot of people have commented about it. It's like, well, you can be so many things. You just choose to be a midlander here. I don't know. It just feels like me at this point. If I changed it, it just wouldn't feel like my character. But I get why people like other races. It was funny because a lot of people say about like there's so many things in this game. You just choose to be a normal looking human. Midlander, yeah. It's a midlander Yor. This is from the 6.x storyline. They show this with the map, and now we're seeing this void gate. They're probably just gonna go through a bunch of screenshots from the story. I do always play the most human-looking race. Hey, nice. We got to see I'm not the only one. Garmiglione. One of the 4 fiends. I really like the Void arc, honestly. I mean, it's the Golbez arc, I suppose, because we are gonna get more Void story. The Void story is kind of on pause for now. I feel like the Void arc that they did in Endwalker, a lot of people say it's out of place, and you might feel like that. But what I think they're gonna do is probably much like the Evansword. We had the Warriors of Darkness, Hadbert, and the others. It felt very out, like it was a cool story, but it felt very out of place at the time. but then arrive in Shadowbringers and everything is brought together. After like count like nearly, I think it's an expansion every 3 years, right? So after 6 years, nearly 6 years, everything is brought together. It might be less than 6 years, because, well, that was at the end of Evansward. It's like around like 4 years, maybe. It was a long time, but eventually the story is brought together. And it was that introduction that brought things together. So I'm sure when we return to the Void, in an actual main expansion, and we have Void lore, and we see what Gobez and Zero have been up to, I think that's when the lore will really come in place. And I think it's going to be pretty hype. But honestly, I already liked it as a standalone story, but I can see why people say like, oh wait, this feels out of place. All of a sudden we're in the Void. But why are we there? Why did the story just stop? But I think it's precisely that. It's paused for now. It didn't stop. And we'll see what happens when we go back there. Maybe Zero and Golbez might need our help. Remember, they are Void sent, and while it's a lot harder to be able to create a passage between the first and the source, because of just the nature of how the Void works, it's a lot easier to create a passage, at least a small one, which should be enough for Golbez and Zero. They're not trying to invade our world like what Golbez tried to do before he finally managed to hope, and what Zeromus tried to do afterwards. So it's very easy to just get across from the... I mean, I wouldn't say it's very easy, but like it's very achievable to go from the Void to the real world. I'm sorry, not the real world, the source. So they could very easily ask for help if they need. I also find myself very taken by to the females of the other races for some reason. I always play male no matter what. I think there's one race I personally really like the female design more than the male one. It's probably the Aura. Like the male ones are cool, but I just feel like it's a bit too brute, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I don't dislike it, by the way. It's just that I wouldn't play as that role. It's a cool design. I just wouldn't play as it. I do prefer the female Aura though. That's one example, but yeah. But I typically also play as a male character. Some exceptions like Tural, for example, I just personally prefer the female MC a lot more. Not just design, but to be honest, mostly the animations. I prefer both the physical and the fire one more. And to add to that, well, the male MC, fire MC, just reminded me of like a lance, like maybe Valkyrie Gloria. The female MC reminded me of Kiana, because the way she used her lance in combat in the old was like pushing with her lance forward in a way that almost made it sound like a Fury sword, and it really reminded me of Kiana, so I had to go with female MC. The song Ruby Contest theme, pretty cool. Ruby Conte is one of the extreme mounts I still gotta farm. It's Ruby Conte and Zodiark and Zeromas. I haven't gotten Zeromas yet. Zeromas I've done like 40 or 50 runs. I haven't gotten lucky yet. Sorry, is it 40 or 50 or 25? Do you get 1 token or 2 tokens? Either way, I have around like 40, 50 tokens. I don't know how many fights that is. I don't know if it's a 1 token fight or a 2 token fight. And there's also Zodiark, which I did like what? Like, I got like 60 tokens or something. Still haven't gotten Zodiark's mount. And then there's also Ruby Contest mount, which I've done the extreme like once. That's it, like once or twice. And I'm extremely terrified to get back in, to be honest, because I don't remember it. Gladly, next expansion, it's gonna be pretty easy to go in with a group and kill it, so that won't be an issue. But for now, it might be, because I do gotta re-remember the fight, relearn the fight. Because I haven't done it in months, I think. I like the looks of the Rogadin a lot. It's pretty interesting. Personally, it's not my favorite, but it's really unique, that I can say. And I can see why some people might like the Rogadin. And now we're getting the female Rogadin, though she's very, the female race is very different. They're more agile, but less bulky as well. They can run faster, of course, that's why they needed to be more agile. They explained the reasoning behind it, but it's a lot less bulky, as you saw, well, with Wuklamat. She's a female Rogadin. Zero and... I'm sorry, what was his name? He was a really cool character. I forgot his name. I knew his name. Let me try to find it. The name is the Red Moon Team, by the way. Euless, yeah, Euless. Sorry, I forgot his name for a second. The males not so much, but I like the structure of the face of the females. I see. Yeah, they're also a lot more agile. And they're still pretty unique as well, which I like. Oh, sorry, I didn't read female Rogadin. I only read Rogadin. Yeah. I think I like the female Rogadin more than the male one as well. I don't... Like, it's really unique, though. I can see why some people like it, but I personally wouldn't play probably as a bulky character. Just not my style. I mean, they look cool in their own ways. But yeah. Zero and Reen. I think they should put those body types as a customization for characters so each race is not stuck with one body type. There could be more than one body type, but they can't also stray too much from the lore. Rogadin being one example. I think it also has something to do with the... I learned that like the females are all usually more agile as well. There's certain lore around it. It's mostly on the Rogadin side, the Rogadin races, but also... Do the Vera have anything? I need to learn other races lore. I know the Vera have a lot of lore. And I do know a bit, but I don't know much aside from like most of them lived in the forest. And didn't communicate a lot with the outside. But I don't know all the lore on that, so I gotta see. But for some races, they could definitely do more with body types, yeah, I agree. Especially the Yor, for example. There could be a lot more customization, because I mean, it's based on a normal human. So like I feel like you could definitely have more body type customization with that. The aromas. That fight was pretty sick. I really liked it when like closer to the end of the fight, you saw like those things like tears in reality being open, and you could see the other side from the void. You could see the moon, earth, and like the base of the Lobrits and each of the different like portals. And then it's not really portals, it's like reality being broken, the barrier between worlds. And it was really cool. Not only did the music change at the time as well, so it really felt like an actual threat. And it looked just really cool. I really like how very often they blend the story into the battles themselves. That is honestly really cool. I love that. Yours, for example, yeah. Yours could definitely have more body types. Because, I mean, they're based off real humans. So, I mean, not like real life humans, if that makes sense. Because, well, all of them are humans. I'm just talking about, like, real life humans. So, they could definitely have a lot more, yeah. They're not as bound by the lore. They are bound by lore, but you get what I mean. Not as much. We do have the Highlanders and the Midlanders for lore reasons. But I feel like they could definitely still have more customization. Without straying from the lore. A more buff Yor is almost as a Rogadin. Yeah, exactly. But with slightly different proportions. Yeah. Because that would be perfectly like something that fits with the Yor. Because they are based on, well, real life humans. So again, they could definitely have that. Different body types. Like more buff, less buff, like they could definitely have that. Then again, I can also see why they don't do that. Because if they do it for one race and not the others, I feel like that would also be kind of unfair. And if they do it for everything, for some races, they could be straying from the lore. For example, the Rogadin. I think especially the Rogadin, because they do have like different lore between the females and the males. I don't know about the others, so there might be some lore I don't know of. But I don't think that refers to like how buff they are. I think that's just the Rogadin that have lore on that. Again, I could be wrong. I need to learn more lore about the races. I know there's a lore creator that did a lot of videos on that. I forgot their name, but you can look them up. If you look up FF14 lore, you'll probably find them. I'll probably see their videos. I've watched a lot of their videos, but not all of them, because there's a lot. And I did only start like around very close to Endwalker. Imagine a skinny a skinny male Rogadin. Wow, how funny it would be, yeah. The void. Oh! Oh wait, this is new! Hold up, this is new! What are you doing there? Why is your Stolas thing in here? This is new though. We see what happened with them, and they're still walking around the void. They were gonna return to the planet, as we heard. This is new. Okay, hold up. Pay attention now. We gotta pay attention. Because they were playing through old cutscenes, but I'm pretty sure we have not seen this one. Yeah, look at that. Vritra showing us Daya around Brat Satan. Oh, I'm so glad we got these. This is new. It's like a continuation of what they said they were gonna do, but we haven't actually seen that in cutscenes. That is really cool. This is why you don't skip credits. Because they sometimes have really cool stuff like this. Plus, honestly, the music is good, so why would you skip it? Right? And it's cool to watch the old cutscenes. I think that's all though. Yeah, I think that's all. Okay. NPC's characters more unique than just their face and gear. Yeah. Different hair colors as well. Like very often they don't have as much like varied hair colors. Some of them do, to be honest, just not a lot. So varying hair colors on NPCs probably would be also a big difference, even sometimes. That's not all though. Plus some of them do have different colors, so that's just like something they could do more, but they already do that in some cases. Oh, we can change scroll speed. I think we might do that now. Because I don't think there's anything anymore, so we might as well do that. Can I change it further? No. You can also pause scrolling. Wait, new 0? Guess I gotta pick this. Yeah. Aaron's skin color, yeah. I can get behind. Because of the lore. Yeah, they could do that without deferring too much, though. Sometimes. So like, they can do that and still fit in lore. Because I mean, look at the playable characters. You can literally do that in game with your own characters. So I'm pretty sure that aligns with lore. So they could definitely do that more. But they already do that, it's just that they could do more. I'm not saying they don't do that. But it's very a lot in population. But Aaron's skin not so much. Well, in FF14's case, it can be different. It really depends on the race as well. I could be wrong, but because I don't remember too well what they said about the female Rogadin. But I'm pretty sure there were lore reasons as to why the females weren't as buff as the males. And I know one of them was like they were more agile as well, but there were other reasons. So like I think they have like a role of leadership or something. There was lore on that. So like in that case, the body type proportion being different would kind of conflict with the lore. Now it's a very rare case there, because for example the viewers would probably be fine. I don't know the rest of the lore too well with the races. Looking it up, but for some would probably be fine, for others not as much. So yeah, it kind of differ depending on which race we're talking about. Okay, I don't think we're getting anything more. I'm kind of tempted to skip it, but we probably shouldn't, just in case. Teresa. Joking. Soken! Koji Fox? Wait, Christopher Koji Fox. I don't know if that's the same Koji Fox we know. For the lyrics. Forged in Crimson. Feature theme. Soken as well. I guess so, yeah. It probably wouldn't be too different in that case, but you could have some small differences. Probably wouldn't be too different though. Okay, I am actually getting sleepy though, so I hope this actually ends soon. Or at least give us something to keep me awake, because I am falling asleep with these lines without any screenshots to look at. Oh yeah, by the way, have you guys watched the 5.11.2 Okagakan 2 trailer? I really want to learn about Chloe and Kaguya's lore. We are gonna do Chloe probably on Wednesday. I think that's when the boss fight is. I gotta confirm because I swear I thought it was on Monday. But then I looked at it the next day, I was like, oh wait, that's on Wednesday. So either I miscalculated, or it only tells you the world best starts on the next day, and then it randomizes. Because it does tell you, like, in 20 hours, you'll get this boss. So, like, you know what's on the next day. But I thought it was on Monday for Chloe, like, counting each boss. But it wasn't. So, I don't know if it's in order or not. I haven't checked that today yet. So I'm opening the game right now while this plays. But let me make sure I keep looking at the FF14 tab. Because I don't want to miss anything in case it happens. I'm sure I can, yeah, because this doesn't have to fill up the entire screen. I'm opening Moon Player. I'm gonna put it smaller just so I can look at it even better. So now I can still see FF14. I don't think you guys can see Mumu, right? Yeah, you guys can see Mumu. Either way, there won't be anything interesting about it, though. Don't worry. I can switch tabs when we're there, assuming there's no more FF14 main story after the credits, because I'm not sure. I'm just opening GGZ on the side. And I'll tell you if if it should still be Wednesday for Chloe. Because I want to try to learn the fight as well as read the story using Operation Gecko, because it's a retro story. But I really wanted to do the fight on the same day, so I gotta wait for the actual world boss rotation, because it rotates every day throughout the week, and there's like several different bosses. Well, just like just one type of skinny, they're skinny but showing the bones, skinny but well built, and more muscular. Yeah, I feel like showing the bones would probably be a bit too much. Like, I get it, that exists, but it probably wouldn't look good in game. But yeah, they could definitely have different types though. Just the difference wouldn't be too much though. Especially for, well, mostly like the races where they're bound to lore. Like the Rogadins. But yeah, I could see that being a good idea though. I think we're at the end. They're showing the different companies that worked with them. Question: is GGZ English patch gonna load? Oh, Fall Guys, right? They had a collab. Is GGZ English patch gonna load first, or is the credits of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, post Endwalker main story gonna finish first? I guess we shall see. Which one is gonna load first? Well, GGZ loaded first. Okay. Can I have both games on the tab? Hold up. Sources. Where is it? Game capture? I think it was game capture. I haven't edited this in a while because I had no need to, because I already have those things set up. Yeah, game capture. Then add a new source instead. I'm gonna call it GGZ not full screen. I don't know how to name it. Oh my me. Yeah, we gotta change that. My bad. Ignore that. Now, modes, not automatic. Capture a specific window. Then GGC. Hopefully that works. Let's test it out. It did not work. Wait, I didn't hide it. It still didn't work though. Specified window is not a game. What? What do you mean? Okay, wait, let me mute my game. Otherwise you're gonna see audio Hajimari in the background. It's a cool song, but a story. Okay, the credits finished. There's still some story. Oh, close this damn thing. Let me mute it, damn it. Alright, sorry. Getting a bit laggy because I have multiple things open and it's not on full screen, which I feel like might make the situation worse. Alright, it seems there's one last thing. Speak with Ojika Tsunchika. I mean, it's probably just the finishing of the quest, so I don't think we'll get much, but let's see. There is people into that? Well, if there is, I guess that's fair to add it then. Lest you wonder about your passage to Tural, Aaron will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack may it serve you well on your coming adventures. I'm assuming that's the gift that we heard about, that we saw as the quest rewards. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Miscellany. What? Wait, miscellany. Unregistered. Wait, what is this? Is this a minion? Whether the lack of being pestered with questions about how you can carry so many items. Is it like yeah, I mean, I already have an infinite backpack. Joking. Is it like extra storage? Is this like a fashion item? It's probably a fashion item, right? Like it appears with like a backpack on your back or something. I have questions. What is this? Oh, now wait, we got story. We got some meanwhile in Limsa. What's up? Is this related to the other guy? No, it's Justinian. Okay. I thought they were gonna talk.
The next ship set sail.
He's coming with us. All right. I thought they were gonna talk about the other guy who's running a claim to the throne. The slightly questionable one who wants to conquer Eorzea. But no, they're not gonna talk about that yet. Okay, it's Justinian. All right, let's see what is up to.
May I ask your destination?
I think it's Tural, right?
The north and east. I've already seen.
No. Never mind. I think it's just going. Wait, are you just going like? Yeah, I just feel like exploring.
I suppose I'll head west this time.
My guy is just like, I can already see the north and east. Let's go west. That's
West,
not very
you
specific.
say?
Is that supposed to be on purpose that you're being cryptic, or do you actually have no idea where you want to go? Estinian, what are you up to? Did you overhear us somehow? I would not be surprised, to be honest. I mean, he can jump really high, so. Okay, I guess we know we'll definitely be seeing him. I have questions about how... I can leave those questions for later, huh? Meanwhile, in Old Charlian. Urianger! Okay, yeah, we're seeing everyone that we know is coming, but we haven't seen him in this quest yet. And Thancred as well. Thancred was overhearing us. He heard us. And he definitely wants to come,
you've
right?
made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
So he invited Urianger along?
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Wait a second. What do you mean they're also bound there? Are you saying you are going there with a different intention? Like you were invited by someone else or something? Huh? Is this what they
Indeed.
meant about the science?
It will be a grueling
Having to
task, having to contend with them.
Oh, I see. One of the other, probably not the bad one, because they wouldn't agree to that. But one of the other two, not like decent people, right? Good people, not the one that wants to conquer Eorzea. Because let me tell you, Thancred and Urianger would not agree with them. But yeah, one of those, the other two, because there were three that were like they were claiming four of them. Wuklamat only said there is one that we cannot allow. So like the other two are probably good people, right? They're just contestants in this scenario. And it seems they either were invited by someone. There's a letter over here. So it could be an invite or it could be something else that they've gotten to know the other person. There's a lot of questions for now, but I see where this split, I mean, quote unquote split, it's just for a competition, between the Scions is coming from. That is going to be interesting. So it's not coming after we join. We're not all helping the same person. From the get-go, we're already helping different people. I see. That's also why he was overhearing us, but didn't come to talk to us. Interesting.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition.
I don't think they're declining. It's a new adventure, isn't it?
Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Yup. That's our Thancred.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Which side will Estinian be? That's the question.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
Okay. Thancred tracking him along.
Come, my friend. We make for Tural.
Alright. Still have Graha. We know he's coming. You ain't staying at the Valdesian Annex, you know, Graha. Get someone else to take care of that for you. Looking over at the sea?
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
The Emmett Selk flashbacks.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost
The
in
Nigel
Offord's
City.
north? The fabled golden cities of the New World.
We're going to all the Emmett eventually, because they also mentioned other reflections. Civilizations and other reflections. The ones that we haven't been to, that we know literally nothing about. We only know about the first and the void. The 13th and the 1st. There were 7 rejoinings. The 8th one was going to be the first, so that's out of the question. So there's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are 5 other reflections that we know 0 about. Quite literally, 0. So that's going to be happening eventually, just probably not in the short term. This is what Emmett Selk said at the end of Endwalker, Ultima Thule. Oh, look at that ship. That's the one we came to Charlian as well, I believe. We anchor now, the tide is high, and the dawn of a new adventure nigh. Raw forth to break through horizon's bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. Trail, dawn. Emmett Selk has been added to the Unending Codex. New chapter of New Game Plus has been added. Alright, I got some things to check. Firstly, I want to see Emmett Selk's entry. Because they've slowly been adding lore to the Unending Codex. This is mostly for the people who bought the story skip, but need to learn their lore. A man whose true name was Hades, mighty sorcerer of Held, who became Sulazos Galvas, founding father of the Garlean Empire, who threatened the world as the most dangerous of foes, who stood at your side as the most dependable of friends. An ancient, who cloaked to his ideals to the bitter end. A man who rendered up his all for all the people he loved. A man who once lived. Remember we once lived? Emmett Selk Cassian. He's a really cool character, honestly. And I really like how in Endwalker we saw like his past self 12,000 years ago. And we saw how much he changed. And how much of it also remained the same in some ways. But mostly changed. Do we have a Heidelin's entry? We do. Alright, the next thing, and the last thing, too, is which title do we get from the achievement? Because we usually get one at the end of a story quest. Sun Chaser. The Coming Dawn. Oh, we also got... Oh, that one I already seen. Sun Chaser. Yeah, I think I'm going to change titles just to fit the current story. I think at the until Dawntrail, I'll probably keep the Sun Chaser title. Most likely. Well, I could change, to be honest. There you go. Sun Chaser Silver Sane. Alright, we also got the knapsack, which seems to be a backpack. What the heck does this do? Personal effect. Is that in fashion accessories list? Wait, where do here? It is. Oh, it looks like Aaronville's backpack. Bro, that is cool. Okay, that is funny as well with the weapon. We can carry a lot of items now. See, the Warrior of Light is like a weight limit, right? Oh, that is funny. Wait, what are these ones? Is this the fairy ones? I think they are. Kind of wish you could equip multiple of them. Actually, let me check. No, you can't. I think you can only activate one at a time. Sunglasses. Yeah. Alright, that is all though. I'm excited for Dawntrail. Can I check the new map before we go? I love how they just put the old... that's the wrong place. Wrong room. Hello there, Lavenite. How are you doing? Good morning. Well, it's technically good night here because it's 11:40 p.m. But yeah, hope you're doing well. They're really on that dawn thing. Maybe something to do with the Aztec as they worship the sun. I think it's just... I mean, yeah, there is the fact that the leader is called the Dawn Servant, I think. And also, there's a lot of Aztec designs in the Dawntrail trailer itself. Like the style of some of the buildings and stuff, especially like around Tural. So that could be a thing as well. Maybe that's where they got the Dawn name from. But from the end of the story, the lines that we saw just now, if you don't know, at around like at the end of each expansion, they really like doing a wordplay. Like Stormblood being a storm of blood, quite literally, being the upcoming war. Endwalker walking towards the end. They love to do that that wordplay with the name of the expansion. So Dawn and Path, kind of like symbolizing trail, Dawntrail. They did at the end here as well. But yeah, I think you might be onto something though, because there's a lot of Aztec like designs ish that you kind of can feel like it's like Aztec stuff around the Dawntrail trailer. So of course that is just one of many cultures as we saw. Plus there's also the mystery of Solution 9, which is very futuristic, like very oddly futuristic in the middle of a place that doesn't sound too futuristic. So I'm wondering, was it an ancient civilization? Is it hidden from the people outside? Is that the so-called Golden City? I have way too many questions, but sadly those will remain unanswered until Dawntrail. It's just a small map on top of a big one. That is funny. But yeah, do remember, like, sometimes, like, knowledge is lost to time. And that's something they do a lot in FF14. It's the reason why the Allagans were so advanced. And a lot of things after it were not. Because a lot of stuff was destroyed by an earthquake. And a lot of stuff even ended up under the ground. Even the Crystal Tower, which is something huge. That was only revealed after the Calamity. So a lot of knowledge is lost to time during the Emerald Calamities. But when someone recovers that piece of knowledge or in the ruins of something, usually that can also lead to more faster, not exactly more, but faster technological advancements. So if the people of Tural they probably have some like technology, right? It shouldn't be that old, right? Despite having a lot of like old aesthetics. But they're very far from what Solution 9 is. The question is, like, if they discovered Solution 9, do they even know it exists? Is it hidden? Because it sounds to be under the ground or something. Because there's like that cave kind of thingy. That sounds like something that's probably close to Solution 9. There's a lot of questions. Is that the Golden City? Because we still have no trace of the Golden City. We have no idea what that looks like. Maybe it is Solution 9. Or maybe it's an entirely new area that they've kept secret on purpose. Or maybe it doesn't exist. Who knows? Because, I mean, after all, it is rumored to exist. So, it's never been really confirmed. By the way, that is the end of this. I do want to check one thing before we go, though. But it's not in FF14. I will be ending the stream. But first, I want to hop over to GGZ. Which I think I can do like this. Yeah. I need to put this on full screen, though. And I want to see when Chloe's battle happens. Because we'll be streaming at that day. In the Aztec mythology, the sun is throne. Interesting. The god that controls the world in that area. It could have stuff based on that, yeah. The Dawn Servant also being, well, the throne of Tuliolal, like the person ruling Tuliolal. Well, I say ruling, but they've kept the entire place united. So they're probably good people, but you get what I mean. Throne. Alright. The one question. Because the daily reset has happened. Which is the world boss now, and how many days are we? According to my calculations, well, last time I checked, because the first one I saw Monday, but I might have been mistaken. It should be on Wednesday. So Sakura is today. I do not remember Kaguya being this early. Maybe it is random. Wait. No, because Delta and Asta were before. Did I just misremember? Either way, we are on Monday, right? Yeah, daily reset. Wednesday daily reset. Okay, should be fine, probably. I think what I'm gonna do... Let me lower the music. I think what I'm gonna do, before I schedule any stream, I'm gonna wait, because they always say what's the next day, right? So here it says Kaguya 20 hours later. So this is confirmed to be tomorrow. Assuming this is in order, which I think it might be, but I'm not 100% sure. Then when it's Kaguya's time, Kaguya appears, of course, as the current world boss. It should say Chloe and the amount of hours later, which is until the daily reset, in theory. If it doesn't say Chloe, we probably shouldn't do anything. But assuming it says Chloe, that's when I'm gonna schedule the stream. And I wanna do Chloe's boss fight, which sadly you cannot do unless it's the weekday. As well as Reader's story in Operation Gecko. I've caught up to the retrospective story until then. So up next is the Chloe story. If you want to read the retro story, or well, the reborn story, but you're gonna have to do it out of Operation Gecko, either in game or in the GZ Cutscene Interpreter. But if you want to do the retro, I can recommend Operation Gecko. Because people have started, it's a project that they've been retranslating the game, so it's a lot of better translation in general than even the global game, because, well, to be honest, the global game translation was really bad. So it's a lot of a better translation. Of course, the negative point is, it's a work in progress, and they've only done, like, not even half. They say, like, around, like, 40% from the bar, but I don't think that's counting the Familiars visual novel, which I've read until chapter 3, and that thing has like, what, 12 chapters or something? It's huge. So it might be less than 30%. It might be less than 40%, to be honest. I think it's gonna take years, to be honest, maybe. Then again, maybe they can get more people. I don't know how Oya Sense works with that. But yeah, big thank you to them though, and I highly recommend checking it out. We'll be reading through that on Wednesday, most likely, because again, I want to confirm that this is indeed in order. Assuming this is in order tomorrow, and Chloe is next, then we can do it that when Chloe's boss goes live. But yeah, that is the plan. I haven't locked the skip for her. I just haven't actually fought it, because if you do enough damage, you can basically skip the boss fight. And because I instantly died in 1 second, but in that 1 second I did like millions of damage, I just unlocked the auto skip without actually doing the fight. But I want to actually learn it, because, I mean, that's kind of lame, right? So what better to learn it than to actually do it with the story? That's kind of like my point of view here. There are really sarcastic production called The Five Sons and only 5 explains any more details. I see. It sounds interesting. I might look into some of the lore if it's relevant to Dawntrail. I'm probably gonna wait until Dawntrail. If there's a lot of Aztec like designs, like things based on Aztec stuff, I might look into that. Until then, I'll probably wait. Alright, I am getting kind of sleepy, and we have finished the main story for 6.55 though. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one. Again, before I go, reminder, we usually don't do FF14 on the main channel. It's only the main story, which means two things. Firstly, if you're into FF14, well, you can subscribe if you want until Dawntrail or come back and check later. But we mostly do that on the secondary channel, which is called Civil Sane, and then between parentheses, a secondary channel. That's mostly where we do F14 side stuff. When we do it, because we don't do it as often. But secondly, if you're here for like Yonkai stuff, it's only gonna be for a week or two, don't worry. But I'm very sorry to inform you that at the end of this month in June, when Dawntrail releases, for an entire week, I'm probably gonna drop every other game and focus on Dawntrail. So don't worry, it's not becoming an FF14 channel, but for an entire week, it might be. But it's just for that. Because there's gonna be like a lot of new story. It's gonna be hype. But that also means like a lot of hours probably streaming. I'm not gonna do it all on the same day. I'll probably do more on the first day and then like kind of do shorter stream, like maybe 3 or 4 hours, who knows. I'll see when we get there. Anyways, yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you Lavneet and Mao for coming to the stream. I'll see you on the next one, and bye. Ciao.